Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
How did we survive that? How did we survive that? But you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Because when we beat the Bucks, that 30-28, that curse got lifted. And we pulled through. We stay solid, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Stop playing with us, man. We get it done. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we won that game, y'all. Let me move my stream deck over here, y'all. But I will say, I want to use my soundboard. Matthew Stafford. Oh my God. How do you give us 3 free ones? The second one should have been a pick six. I don't care if he stepped out. Okay? Don't really give a fuck. But bro, you're telling me you came in this game throwing for 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and you gave us 3? Like, what do you want, man? Like, what happened to you, gang? Like, you had the MVP right there, and you just went out there and shit the bed on national television. Like, but hey, Drake May is going to be the MVP. We already know what happened. So, he won MVP off of that. Congratulations. I was really high on Drake May coming out, so I'm glad my agenda panning out. But how y'all feeling, man? Raheem still sucks. Shout out to Xavier. Yes, sir. Shout out to Xavier Watts, bro. The Rams picked Xavier Watts. They could have had Xavier Watts, but they chose Terrence Ferguson. He had a little touchdown, you know what I'm saying? But we had 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't really care. Marquise Williams got to go. Special teams almost blew a potential blowout. That's what I'm saying. Very good, Rams hate watch you. Let me take the varsity jacket on, man. And you know something? As soon as we get word that Matt Ryan's coming to save us, y'all know what happened? We win. Matt Ryan is a good omen for this organization. Whenever he's around, we win the game. Okay? So, that's... And yeah, it's crazy because it actually means nothing. And I called it. I 100% did. And Bijan had a good game on the ground. Okay, not taking that away from him at all. But I told y'all this game is gonna be won as him catching the ball at the backfield. He only had 35 yards, but guess what? That first catch or second catch he had, it was a touchdown. Okay, and look, we got him matched up on a nickel or a safety, one of that. He just outran him. Or maybe it was his own. They passed it off, but it was too late and he already scored, right? And John Elway thing with the Matt Ryan trust, oh my God. Coaching staff is getting packed up, but this was a pride win, I swear. And what's been going on with JPJ, I think it's just the woes of the season. He got his 8.5 sacks. He'll be all right. He might get one next year. Or I said next year, next game, right? They're going to run Bijan into the ground 100%, bro. Throwback need to be permanent. Corner was lost. Xavier, dog. Imagine when Billy get back. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I told y'all I want to say last year. I told y'all over the summer. Xavier Watts is the next Jesse Bates. Okay, and y'all saw what happened tonight. 2 picks. One should have been a pick 6. Like, and guess who? Guess what? That's the Rams pick, y'all. So you think we care about that first round pick next year? James Pierce Jr. made some plays tonight. Wasn't really that impactful though. And then we also had Xavier Watts make some plays. Okay. AJ almost closed the game out for us, back-to-back plays. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Puka caught that ball at first, and I saw that one replay from the sideline where that ball came loose. Thank you, man. We had to have that. So, man, and it's so mad because it's just like we doing this in a game that doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they were double team and they were chipping him a lot. I saw Kyron Williams get some chips in. I saw the tight end get some chips in. So, yeah. I'm happy that we won though, because a lot of people wanted us to lose. It doesn't matter. But also some good stuff. Like, aside from this win, y'all, let me go ahead and let me flip this real quick because I gotta show y'all something. Now, some of y'all probably know, some of y'all probably don't know, but I've been talking about my fantasy team for like the past few weeks or something like that, okay? Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, when I was going into this game, I had Bijan, I was going to be against Puka. I'm like, no, there's no way we're going to lose this, right? But then, let me show y'all, bro. Look at this. Well, let me go to this one. Look at this, y'all. I won. Bijan gave me 40, 22 carries, 195 yards, touchdown, 5 for 8 as far as catches, 34 yards and touchdowns. And I told y'all, he's going to be a receiver going to win this game. And look, I was going up against Puka. We put that man in jail. He had his little touchdown, but that was on C.J. Henderson. That really don't count. AJ had him in jail, but let's go ahead and look at the final box score because we got to talk about this game, y'all. My heart is still beating. Let me look at my Apple Watch. My heart rate is, let me see, bro. My heart rate's still at 127. That's crazy. Like, oh my God, man. But let's look at the final game, y'all. Falcons win 27-24 to the Los Angeles Rams. Did I say lose? If I did say lose, I meant to say win. But we win the game 27-24. We got out to a 21-0 lead, and as you can see, they stormed back on us like a real good team, and our offense died. And it was just enough to get us the win, but, like, we got to talk about somebody, bro. And everybody doesn't like him anyway, so let me show y'all, bro. Because I don't know how this man continues to play on this football team, okay? I don't really know. And it's just astonishing to me how this man right here, y'all, please get him off my team. I don't need this man on my team at all anymore. Soon as Black Monday hits, get him off my team. Because, y'all, he was responsible not for just 1, not 2, but 3 game-changing plays, okay? The first one was a false start that made it from a 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9, okay? And then the second one, it was a similar situation, but we had us in field goal range and it backed us out of field goal range. And luckily we got back in the field goal range, but guess what happened? I think that's when we got the kick block. But that's 3 plays right there where the game got affected by him alone, okay? So, yeah, get him off my team, bro. I knew he was gonna say yes, bro. Cause what is he doing? And I'm so mad because when Caleb McGarry got hurt, I'm like, oh yeah, season over with for sure. Like, everybody wanted to trade Caleb because he thought he was really valuable, but like, y'all starting to see Caleb McGarry was. You didn't know you needed Caleb McGarry till you knew you needed him, right? And then our backup tackle, Storm Norton, who was also really good, he got hurt and he wasn't going to come back. He tried to come back, didn't work out. Cool. But man, Bijan showing love to that man in the tunnel for what? Like, that's what I'm saying. He did not deserve that, bro. He nearly lost us the game off of 3 plays alone. And one of them was on special teams. And I put that on Marquise Williams and him. So both of y'all going to be gone in the offseason anyways. But it doesn't really matter. So let's get back to this, y'all. Matthew Stafford gave us 3 interceptions and 3 sacks. And one of them was a pick 6. And I was on the phone with one of my friends I met at the Texans game. I was like, bro, Jesse is due for a pick 6. Like, every time we put on the red helmets and we play like, a high leverage game, whether it be a division opponent or something important. Like last year was Mike's debut game, and then the year before that it was the Saints divisional game, which was like to put, I think it was to put us at the top of the division, I think. And this one right here was just a primetime game, and guess what? Jesse showed out, okay? And not only Jesse showed out, Xavier Watts came along with him, gave him 2 more. He said, oh, you got a pick? Let me get a pick too. Matter of fact, let me get 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford said, you know what? Here go 2 more for y'all after Jesse-based interception. So, yeah. How bad is Jack Nelson if he can't even dress out? I think he's still a developmental guy. And, you know, I really like Wisconsin O-linemen. They typically develop at a very nice rate, but I think with him being a rookie, and plus he's going to be, he plays left tackle, right? I probably wouldn't move him over to the right side just yet. I think he's played up and down the line though, but I just wouldn't put him out there just yet. And then so we're 9-1 at Monday Night Football. That's crazy. And yeah, Watts, I said Watts should have been the pick 6. I don't care if he stepped out, Cam. I know you said that, and I hope Dolis okay. I don't think he's okay, man. By the looks of it, y'all, I know y'all saw that that replay. He was crying, and y'all saw the replay of the injury. I really thought that it was just a hyperextension, but the way he was crying, y'all, he might be gone, bro. And it's sad to say it. We'll know later on, but we got to keep moving on, y'all, unfortunately. So let's look at the rushing stats. You know, we gave up 20 carries for $115. Now, a lot of this came in the second half when we were up, and I think they kind of figured, like, hey, and also for, like, a defensive thing, I kind of just rationed out and said, hey, maybe we get up so much that we play these lighter boxes and we play in such a way that we want you to run the football, okay? That way it's less efficient on you for you to come back, and I guess that kind of happened, but we also, the offense didn't hold up their side of the ball. And so they were able to just continue riding that run game because the offense stalled out. We had, 14 points in the first half, and then we only get 6. That's terrible, okay? Then on the other side, for us, Bijan had 22 carries, $195, 8 per carry, and a touchdown. 93 was the long, and Tyler Redger had 10 for 23. His 10 for 23 was way more impactful than you think because even the commentators talked about it like, oh, they took Bijan out the game. But why? Because Tyler actually doesn't fumble. And we know Bijan Robinson's history, y'all. And, yeah. And I do also want to talk about this because our receivers really didn't get going at all. And I'm cool with that. If we run for 20 yards on the ground, I don't care what these guys do, bro. Drake London only had a catch for 4 yards. That's cool. Kyle Pitts had 2 catches for 16. One was really important. They gave us a first down. Bijan gave us 34. Darnell Mooney gave us 35. And Davis will give us 37. But I'm glad everything worked out from that situation. Puka Nacua, one of the best receivers in the league, only had 47 yards in the touchdown. Okay. I think he had like maybe 1 or 2 catches on AJ. I think it was just one when it was that slant route, but we'll live with that, right? AJ Terrell had a decent game. I wonder if the PFF stats are still up because we're going to go look at that if we can still get them. They tend to take the stats down after a while, and hopefully they're going to still be up. I hope so. Yep. Okay, it's still here. So hopefully we can view it. Hopefully. Okay, so check it out. AJ Terrell with a 90 coverage grade, y'all. Look at that. 4 catches, 27 yards allowed, only 1 first down allowed, and 2 pass breakups, and there was 1 drop with Puka Nacua, which I don't consider that one a drop. Unless that was, whichever one it was. I think they're referring to the one in the fourth quarter, end of the game. That was a drop. That's not a drop. I consider that. Also, I forgot to mention, thank you for that $2. I meant to say that. Appreciate the Falcons for being the only ones that want the Cats in the playoffs. No, we don't want y'all in the playoffs. We don't care. But anyways, we get to Devon Diablo, 5 catches, 38 yards. That was cool. I feel like, I'm not saying they were targeting him, but like they felt comfortable throwing over the middle. And a lot of teams didn't feel comfortable throwing over the middle with him right there. Okay. Caden Ellis had a very good coverage grade. He could have had an interception on that was the first play of the game, I think, going to Puka Nacua. He broke it up. You know what I'm saying? If he would have just got around, that would have been pick number 4, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to D-Off, who had a 44 coverage grade. Yeah, they were going after this. They were going after him, right? His first bad game in a while, 75 yards allowed, a TD allowed. Wait, they gave him a TD allowed? They gave that to D? That was not on D, man. Whatever. That 10-point swing from the blocked field goal was brutal. Yes, I swear it was, bro. That scared me. I thought I ain't gonna lie. When that blocked field goal happened, I wasn't looking down at my iPad because I was watching the game on my iPad. I just heard it was blocked. I thought it was cool, but then they said Jerry first got the ball and he running. I was like, oh shoot, never mind. We got us a ball game now. But hey, man, that scared me. AJ strapped him last play. He sure did, man. 2 rookie sack leaders and the lone rookie interception leader. Like, there's no way. Like, if the NFL had all rookie teams, like, we would definitely have. Really, we could have had 4 if Billy Bowman did get hurt. But if they had all rookie teams, you already know Xavier Watts is going to be first team. James Pierce Jr. first team. Jalen Walker probably going to be second team. But I'd probably argue he's first team because he's second in sacks, right? And a top 10 run stopper in the league already, right? And CJ Henderson. Now, this doesn't really tell the whole thing, really only gave up 18 yards, but this man was atrocious, especially in the run game, okay? Jesse Bates gave up no catches and has a 60 coverage grade. Don't know why. Has an interception, by the way. But, yeah, Ronnie Harrison was good. And look at that, man. Yeah, he only gave up really 2 catches, so we straight, man. Jerry versus is a beast. Yeah, he's great. Bro, they got Elijah Wilkinson doing post-game with Lindstrom and Beasley. Oh, heck. I turned the game off after we won, man. I wasn't finna sit up there and watch them no more, bro. Especially I don't want to see Elijah Wilkinson face anymore. But who should we – let's go to the offense. Let's see if the offense grade still appears. So let's look at this, y'all. Oh, my God, Bijan. That was terrible. So Bijan obviously headlines with an 87 offensive grade, 85 rushing grade too, which is really good. Like, they really been holding Bijan as far as PFF grades, y'all. But had a really good game. David Sills was second, and I don't know how Elijah has a 46 grade, but it needs to be lowered. It needs to be way lower than this because those 3 penalties, or 2 penalties rather, and then he let the block field goal happen. So that's definitely on him. After that, you know, guys are pretty much just average, and that's fine with me as long as we're running the ball fine. Don't really care. And let's look at the pass rush, though, because I want to look at this. Khalid Kareem leads with an 87, but as true pass sets, y'all, we only had 12 pressures. Who leads the team in pressures? Mr. James Pierce Jr., guys. On the most rush attempts, too. He had 18 true pass sets, had 2 pressures. Didn't have a sack, but he had, you know, those 2 hurries and a win rate of 11, which is fine for a rookie, you know. Brandon Doyle's had a win rate of 25% on a true pass set. So that means no screens, no RPOs, like a straight drop back. He's winning 25% of the time. That's crazy, okay? That is crazy. Okay, and I know he got hurt, but still, that's really crazy. Rook had a 16%. That's really good for an inside rusher, so that's good for him. Everybody had a really good game. So as far as defense, because that second half, that wasn't their fault. I know they gave up some touchdowns, but, like, the offense has to hold up. We hate watching Abdul Carter for the rest of the season, absolutely. Let's go look at him too, y'all. Abdul Carter, if y'all didn't see it, let me pull it up, y'all. Let me go pull it up for y'all. Y'all have to see what I'm talking about because earlier today, I think, I know one of my guys, Bro Talk, he put out a tweet talking about James Pierce Jr., right? Saying that he's the defensive player of the year as far as rookies, right? And I said James. What's that boy name? Abdul Carter, a.k.a. Pressure Man, was talking about, I'm going to need that defensive rookie of the year. And if you know anything about what's going on, y'all, that man is not defensive rookie of the year, okay? So I'm going to go to his replies real quick because he doesn't really post, so it'll be easy to find, y'all. But, like, let's go ahead and pull it back up real quick. Here it is right here. So he said it's already taken. Good dub. I need that rookie of the year. See y'all next week. And he said it's already taken, which is true. 8.5 sacks. You know, not as many pass rush sets, but just as efficient. You want to know what this idiot did? He wants to send a laughing gif. Like, bro, you only got like 3.5 sacks, and you're playing a lot more than James Pierce Jr., y'all. I don't get that. Yes, he's talking about rookie of the year. You're not getting that. Okay? Just give it up, bro. Give it up. You're not getting that. Right? I don't know what he thought. Like, I don't even know, man. Let's not even talk. We're talking about winners right now. They have 2 wins. They have, like, 3 wins. Okay? We are winners today. Like, come on, man. Let's look at pass blocking because I don't think the offense, Lord. Chris Lindstrom had a hell of a game and not in a good way. Especially in true pass sets, it was even worse. Ryan Newsel had a bad game as far as pass protection. Matthew Bergeron had a good game. I don't know how Elijah Wilkinson had a good game, but I guess he did. Charlie Warner was really good too. He picked up a blitz by Nate Lamb that I saw almost in an interception, but I really liked that. I'm glad the offense did just enough to win the game, even though we started out in the second half. So getting back to this, y'all, let's look at the defense, y'all. Devon Diablo leads the team in tackles with 10. Like, we have to do something to extend this man ASAP, y'all. I know he came on a 2-year deal, but over the summer we gotta give him 2 more years, okay? AJ Terrell had 7, Jesse had 7, Xavier had 5, Lakel London had 4. That's really good as a defensive interior guy. And Xavier Watts also had 3 passes defended. Wait, he did? Are they counting interceptions as part of passes defended? Maybe they are, but either way, I really think the defense had a good game, all things considered. Especially with the offense just imploding in the second half. I don't know what happened there, man. So yeah, man succeeded in the Tank Bowl. Now he wants rookie. That's what I'm saying. Lindstrom is having a down year for him in general. I agree, it hasn't been his best year. I don't think it necessarily he's still a Pro Bowler, which is crazy, right? A down year, he's still a Pro Bowler. But yeah, you're right. Look at that. Just been average as far as pass blocking, but let me look at him just in general. Let's see. So he's 86th, or that's an 86th grade, which is good, right? 90 run blocking grade. I think that's probably the highest in the league right now. But this is crazy because this is considered a down year for him. This is a down year, and he's still being elite. But the thing is, it's just he's not playing to that standard that we know best in the league, right? Offense did a Zach Robinson again. Yes, man. And was that him that ran into the official on that interception return? Because if it was him, that's the nail in the coffin. Get him out of here, because you just messed up your own drive right there. You changed the entire playbook, because look, we were across the 50. That 15 yards put us back into our own territory, right? So the playbook had went from everything's on the table to now we got to try to, be a little bit more conservative, because think about it. A lot of teams, when they come out after a turnover, they try to go for the throat right there, okay? It's called sudden change, right? Sudden change. You get the ball after a turnover, you want to go for a deep shot. We really couldn't even do that because we were across our own 50. You don't want to take a sack across in your own territory, because now you're backed up even more. So then that drive stalled out, y'all. So it's just, man, I'm just glad we won. I can't keep saying that. I know this season is lost, but I'm glad we won. And maybe they're talking about what happened on the game. So I really want to know, how did we get away with that, y'all? How did we get away? What do y'all think, bro? How did we get away with that? I wish he did too, because then the touchdown would have stood. We would have just had to do the 15 yards off of the, what you call that? The kickoff, yeah. So I wish he stayed in bounds. If D would have just threw his body over just a little bit more, we could have had that pick 6. But I don't know why they're doing a mandatory ad. I'm not going to be watching this. So now I'm over it. I'm not even going to watch it no more. I'm sorry. I don't care if a skip ad just came up. So we're just going to X that out. Forget about it, y'all. So this was a good game. Now, I do want to move on because I got a little bit more to talk about now, because I saw something and I uploaded a video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I got 67 viewers, y'all. But if you haven't watched it, y'all should go check it out after the stream, where I talked about Brian Flores being our new potential coach, right? And so, I don't know, bro. Unironically, I came across this, and it won't open for me, but here it is right here. Okay, let me just X this out. So let's check this out. But listen to this. I have no hate for this man. I just got to talk about this because I feel like people are getting this misconstrued. So check this out. Just listen.
He calls plays, not Joe Lombardi. In Chicago, Ben Johnson calls plays, not Declan Doyle. Matt LaFleur calls plays, not Adam Stenavich. In Green Bay, McVay, Cohen, Steichen, all of those guys call the plays, not their offensive coordinators. Translation, you're going to have to get a first-time play caller, because all the guys that have the experience are taking head coaching positions. And all the great offenses are called by their offensive head coaches.
First of all, y'all, this is not true. A majority, sure. But the thing is, I think he's trying to imply that, just keep listening, y'all.
The Atlanta Falcons are one of very few teams that have an offensive coordinator call their plays, because their coach is either A, a defensive guy, or B, they just completely get rid of that. The only exception here is in Philly. Sean Payton in Denver.
Think about that, y'all. That doesn't make sense at all. That doesn't make sense, y'all. I don't get what he's trying to say. Okay. Like, and a lot of people are saying this too, that, oh, we need an offensive play caller or we need an offensive minded head coach. He'll really unlock this offense, yada, yada, yada. And that's cool. I understand the thought process behind it, but it gets to a point where some guys are just parrot talking. And that means you're hearing something and you're just regurgitating and you're just saying it because, oh, that sounds cool. But no, we don't just need an offensive head coach, right? And I do think Raheem Morris might be gone regardless of how the season plays out. But like, yo, this doesn't make sense to me. You need just a good head coach in general, okay? Because then in the comments, y'all, like, I wonder if so check this out, y'all. Look, I was on my main, I guess you could call it my main channel, I guess my first channel, I should say. But check this out. I said, so let's ignore the Seahawks and the Patriots, okay? Because those are two teams where they're the defensive-minded guy and their offensive coordinators calling plays, and they are a top offense in the league. So I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Like, and then somebody said, I don't think this is our problem. I agree. I don't think we have the right guys in there at coach, but if we can still get a good offensive coordinator who knows what he's doing, it would help us out a lot. That's exactly. It doesn't matter who we have at coach. We just need it. Well, at offensive coordinator, rather. It does, but they think it matters for the wrong reasons, okay? Because they want the new, young, innovative offensive play caller to pair with a young quarterback. And then it's like, oh, wow, we're going to be set up for decades. No, you just need a good leader, somebody who can put a good foundation in a good situation around that player, okay? Whether that's a defensive guy, whether that's an offensive guy, whether he came up doing special teams, okay? It needs to be a good leader, okay? And that's why I was saying I prefer Brian Flores if we go get a new coach. Now, does that say Clint Kubiak's a bad head coach? No, he's not. I think he would be a very good head coaching candidate. I think he might even come to us because we have a very appealing situation. But it's like, it's too much to talk about, right? Especially at this point in time, right? So, can you speak on the Falcons won and Malik Willis after one game? No, I'm not speaking on that, man. Well, I will, but like I will say, I think I talked about it before, but like a lot of people want him too, right? A lot of people saying, oh, get Clint Kubiak and, get Malik Willis, get rid of Kurt, do this and that, do that. We'll be set up for next season. Okay, y'all. And when I talk about that, bro, I talked about it before. I don't know why y'all want to do that. And I'm not saying Malik Willis is a bad quarterback. Let me go ahead and do this again. I'm not saying Malik Willis is a bad quarterback, but like people point to those games last year as of reasons to why we should go do that. And yes, on surface level, he had a good game. I'm not gonna take it away from him. But when you look into it, y'all, you really dig deeper into this. He was not just out there. Oh my God, he was so good, y'all. And he went 2-1 as a starter, or 2-0 as 2-0 as a starter, which is sure that sounds good. But then you get into who he played last year. Okay, the teams that he played last year were the Titans and the Colts, both picking in the top 15. Okay, the Titans had an elite defense. You might argue that, but you're also going to leave out the fact that the Titans had 3 turnovers. Okay, so you have to score 30 points if you have 3 turnovers, right? Like there's no way you don't score 30. Only team that can't do that is the Falcons, right? So that happened, and then you get into other stuff like we get against the Colts, where the Colts had a very bad defense. Okay, and yeah. I'm good with Willis. You know who the demon is from Houston. That's what I'm saying. Get us Davis Mills. If we want a guy, we go get Davis Mills. Davis Mills. I want my Willis on a 1-year deal for 2026. It's a situation you can't lose in. Yes, you can. You can absolutely lose in. Okay, because if you bank on him going to be your backup quarterback, then like a lot of people, I said this too. A lot of people see this game right here against the Baltimore Ravens, and they're probably thinking, oh, that's going to be the standard that he's going to bring to this team while he's a backup quarterback. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. And I'm going to be real about it. Yes, he had a very good game, but he played a very bad defense. He played the 2024 Falcons pass rush in a 27th ranked defense. You better have a good game, okay? You're a backup quarterback, okay? And he's had good games against bad teams. Am I really going to be moved by that? No. Okay, if we go bridge quarterback, give me somebody that can show they can make plays against a decent defense. Okay, Mac Jones. That's probably about it. Okay, Jacoby Brissett maybe, right? I'm not going to sit up here and bank on a guy that has thrown 21 passes at most in his career. The most passes he's thrown in his career is 21. And before that, it was 20, which was years ago. Not on my football team. I'm sorry, y'all. Jameis Winston too. I'll take him. He'll be a very good guy for the culture too. I would love that. It takes time to build a contender. We're trending in the right direction, and please don't get me started on Malik Willis. He is what he's been, a decent back. Thank you. And people act like he's finna be a bridge until Mike gets back. No, he's not. He's gonna be a good backup. He's gonna give you a few good games, but like, there's a reason why when he's in the game, Matt LaFleur doesn't pass the ball a lot. Okay, they give him safe, efficient throws. I'm not saying they're gonna give him one read throws. I don't believe in one read offenses, right, or pass concepts rather, because it just doesn't exist. Okay, you have to read a defender, sure, but you have to read more than one. Like, it's too nuanced to get into, but basically what I'm saying is they don't go pass heavy, okay? They lean into the run game because his legs add an element to that offense that Jordan Love just really doesn't have. I'm not saying Jordan Love can't move, but Malik Willis is a way better athlete, okay? And he had those safe, efficient throws all game, and people are going to think that, oh, wait, he can come and do this in Atlanta, as if we have a good situation at play caller. It's just, like, really, y'all? Y'all think we're going to be able to do that with a new coordinator that doesn't know what he's doing probably? Like, and I don't mean to be negative, but y'all, the best option is just to get Kirk and restructure him, y'all. Just restructure Kirk and we'll be fine, right? I don't know why y'all want Malik Willis. I don't know why y'all want Trey Lance. I want Trey Lance's brother, though. That's who I want, but not the other Lance brother. And I don't know why the 49ers picked him early anyways, but I guess they really liked him, so let's get back into it. So what else from the game do y'all want to talk about? Because we have a lot to talk about. Well, we don't have a lot to talk about, but what else do I want to talk about from the game? Because, the adrenaline's still going. I'm only in favor of a coaching change if John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin becomes available, proven winners. Come on, man. That's a good stance to have. But you could also argue that Mike McCarthy is a proven winner. He could be available. A lot of people say John Gruden. I don't think he's going to be a head coach at all anymore. Maybe he does in this cycle because he's gotten like the whole thing fixed where he got his lawsuit cleared up. Maybe, but no, I don't see it happening. So yeah, Xavier Watts is a top 10 safety in the league, undoubtedly, after that game. But somebody said something about Dorless. Did we get an update on that? I hope we got an update on it because I really want to know what happened to him. Oh, man, because I really do feel bad for him. Was there an update on the Brandon Dorless injury? Because we got to figure that out. Because I want to know if he's fine. Let me go look at something. Let me go to Twitter. I haven't even checked my Twitter since the field goal winning or since the last play. I got straight to my laptop. I said, I'm finna go stream, y'all. So I don't know anything happening with Dorless. Y'all got to update me if y'all have the update, right? Let me see. Just type in Dorless. Hopefully. Okay, I'm not seeing any updates. So far, rather. What if Lamar decides to get traded? It's not going to happen, bro. It didn't look great. I feel for the young man. Well, Raheem Morris said that. You know it's over with. If he's going to say it didn't look great and he said he feels for him, probably something deeper. And I feel bad for him. Man, bro. God. 8.5 sacks too, bro. 8.5 sacks, y'all. Got his last sack and then he got hurt. That's unfortunate. We've been hit with so many injuries this year and it just sucks. Now, granted, if you want to be objective about it, you know, we've been like one of the most healthiest teams in the league for the past, 3 years, and now it's just catching up with us. So it sucks because that's up to Brandon Dorless. We got Billy Bowman Jr. Who else has gotten hurt? Mike Hughes. Whew. Who else from that side of the ball has gotten hurt? Devon Diablo got hurt. He missed some time. AJ missed some time. Okay, we get to the offensive side of the ball. Mike, Drake London, Caleb McGarry, Storm Norton. Jake Matthews got hurt, but he came back. Matthew Bergeron was out for a game. Chris Lindstrom missed some time. Like, y'all, we have just – Darnell Mooney broke his collarbone. Like, we've just been a very unlucky team as far as injury, y'all. And I'm just, man. Once I saw we had a week 5 bye, I knew we were cooked. Exactly. And now, next year, we're going into a a tough season, y'all. Because look, let me pull it up, y'all. Like, oh man, I don't think y'all understand how bad this is gonna be for us, y'all. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad as in we're gonna lose games, but it's gonna be a very tough season next year, y'all. And get back over here to the thing where they got the article. But look at this, y'all. It says subject to change. I don't think everything's gonna really change anymore, though. So y'all see that the guaranteed guys are the division opponents and our Saints, right? Then we have the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, those are all going to be home games. But then you got the away games. We got to go to Cleveland. We got to go to Green Bay. We got to go to Minnesota. We've played Minnesota like 4 years in a row now. I'm tired of them. And we got to go to Pittsburgh. We also got to play an NFC East team, an NFC West team, and an AFC West team. So that's probably going to be maybe, hold on, who's second in that division? Who is second in that division? Don't tell me it's the Commanders, y'all. If it's the Commanders, I'm going to be so sick of them too. I'm sick of playing them too. We probably going to have to play the Commanders again for like the 5th year in a row. And as far as the NFC West, we're probably going to have to play, hold your breath, y'all, because we're going to have to play, Yo. Oh my God, man. We gonna have to play the Rams again, bro. They might have just locked themselves into third in the division. And we gotta play them next year. And then that's that AFC West team. And y'all, brace yourselves for this one. Brace y'all. Yo. We're going to have a tough schedule next year, bro. We got to play the Chiefs. We got to play the Rams. We got to play the NFC North, the AFC North. And we've just been – so we're getting healthy at the right – I shouldn't say we get healthy at the time, but we getting all the injuries out the way right now, okay? Because Braylon Trice and Troy Anderson got hurt, okay? Like, oh, Lord. If we all get healthy, I don't want to see the Seahawks. Yeah. I mean, neither. Z-Rob is finally figuring it out. I agree it took a minute, but I think you took a huge step back if you change. MP9 got to learn how to play in the center, point blank, period. Got to man up. Well, I'll say this. He hasn't figured it out. Okay. That second half, it was terrible. It was terrible. Like, 3rd and 2, you go shotgun and try to run duo? Are you serious? Like, why are you trying to run duo out of shotgun, bro? I would have preferred we just sneak the ball right there, okay? And then it was another 3rd down. We went and passed the ball. Whatever down that was. I know we tried to pass the ball on the 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Like, why not just run the ball? The run game's working all day, okay? Now, I will say the pass concepts have been better, but it's still the situational play calling has not been there, okay? I don't agree with it, right? That's a losing record. That's what I'm saying. It's like a losing record, bro. Like, let's just say we split everybody. So 3-3 against our division opponents and the Saints. Okay. Let's say, we got to play Lamar. We got to play Jared, Caleb, Lamar, and Joe at home. Oh my God, bro. This is murderer's row. We may not win a home game outside of division opponents. And then this is going to be the Rams and the Chiefs. Gang, we might be screwed next year. We may not win a home game next year, y'all. And then next year we're gonna be playing the AFC South and the NFC East, I think. Yeah. So that's what it's looking like. So, I like our chances better in 2027. Okay, because I know we could beat every single team on this. Jaguars looking scary. Don't fear the Colts still at all. I don't care how good they were at the beginning of the season. They didn't scare me still. But we could beat all of these teams right here. And in 2028, like really, if you don't know how schedules work, you play a division every year. So they pretty much mapped out everything 5-6 years ahead. Because look at this. Under the formula, every team has a home away game against division opponents, right? 4 teams in another division within the conference on a rotating 3-year cycle. So that's 4 games right there. Then you're going to play the opposite conference of that or division of that conference, right? That's going to be 4 games. 2 inter-conferences prior to last year's standings, and then 1 inter-conference game based on prior standings on a 4-year cycle. So, like, some of these teams are going to be end up playing back to back to back to back, and that's why we've been playing the Vikings so much. That's why we've been playing the Commanders so much, because we've all been in the same standing as far as our division. So we're going to be playing them again, and it's going to shape up to start creating some rivalries. And I like that, because our only rivalry is the New Orleans Saints right now, right? And it's probably one brewing between the Commanders. Could be one against the Vikings. But, hey, man, I don't know, man. We just won a game. That's how I feel. But, hey, y'all, I know this was just like a post-game stream and stuff, whatnot. But I hope y'all did enjoy this, because, like, I just had to talk about the win, y'all. But I'll get out of y'all way, man. Y'all have a good night, and we will watch the film in the morning, and the video will be coming out to y'all. Look out for that, because it definitely will be about Bijan and this defense. So